Hey guys, so I'm doing a video on the Greenleaf Aquariums planted system, and I'm letting you know how I do it. So as of right now, you got to weigh out the products. This far, I've done the micros and measured everything up, and it's good to go. And now I'm working on the macros bottle. I figured I'd shoot a video. It just dawned on me to do this while I was doing it in the middle of it, that I should share it with you guys. So I'm sorry I didn't start out from the beginning. So the things that you need is going to be a scale and in grams, a piece of paper, and of course your system. So I've already done the PO4. Now I'm on the NO3 and I need 32.6 grams. So I'm at 33 grams. So I'm just going to remove a little bit, get it back to 32 and a half. All right. Then I'm going to take this and fold it up so I can put it into the container. Okay, so the next one on the list is going to be the phosphate. It's the PO4. So I got the KH2PO4 monopotassium phosphate. So they want only 2.9 grams of that product in here. So I'm going to measure it. And we're already at 3 grams. And that should be right at 2.9 grams right there, right on the borderline of 3. Okay, and last but not least is the magnesium sulfate, and they want 20.2 grams. So I'm using the MGS04, and I'm going to measure out the grams. Oh, I also need to wipe off the spoon. I don't want to cross-contaminate it, so I'm going to use a little rag real quick and wipe the spoon off. All right, so here we go. 20, well, that's a big chunk. Looks a lot like salt. All right, we got 13, 18, 19, 20, 23. So we're gonna take a little bit off. 22, it's 20.2. Okay, so just want to talk about the cost savings. I mean, for this bottle right here, I'm only taking out 2 spoonfuls out of this big jar. So you're looking at probably about 30 or 40 jars of fertilizers from this product for 50 bucks. And I'm definitely gonna use probably about one container of these every 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Who knows? So let's say just 2 weeks. So that's going to be about 10 months supply, 9 months, 9 to 10 months supply for 55 bucks. You cannot beat that. I don't care where you go, what product you buy, unless you're doing dirt and root tabs every month. You're spending 8 bucks and only putting like 2 or 3, and you got a real small tank. But for a big tank like this, spending $55 on a heavily planted tank for every 9 months on your ferts, that's not a bad deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in, and we're gonna come back. So once again, you need to be using RO water. Excuse the plants in there. I had to scoop some stuff out of my tank in there earlier, and some of the floating plants got stuck to it. But make sure you're using pure RO water. You don't want any dissolved solids in here, because these measurements are supposed to be exact, and you don't want any extra or anything in there that could mess it up. Okay, so I'm finished, making up the products, and just to give you, kind of like an idea for value, I'm guessing that for each bottle of these nutrients, it's probably costing me around $2, and they're 500 mils, so around $2 a bottle, $3 a bottle, something like that, which is a lot better than paying $10 a bottle at the pet store. Make sure everything's mixed up real good. I still got some nutrients at the bottom, so you just got to keep shaking them. Make sure they're real good mixed up, before you add them to your tank. So the instructions say that you should add, you should dose 0.1 of a milliliter or 2 drops for every 10 gallons daily. So I got 10. I got basically 1.2 mils that I need to dose into the tank. So what we'll do is when we squeeze it, to fill it up, I'm gonna fill it up right below that 5, way down below that 5, probably to barely right here, and just the one little line. I'll dose that in every day, and that'll equal 120 gallons. So you know what? I actually, after thinking that and doing the math on that, this is going to last me a lot longer than what I thought. This is probably, this one little set of nutrients here, this is probably going to last me a whole year. So that's a lot of savings. So let's do the math. $55 at 12 months. So it's under $5 a month for supplements, which is not bad. That's about the cost of fish food. So anything you can do to save money in the hobby, it's definitely worth doing the research. Now let's find out if it's actually worth it. So we're going to be doing an experiment. We're going to be dosing this into my tank, and we're going to see if it works. We're going to see what the leaves look like, what the growth looks like, and we're going to be doing the experiment on the shrimp tank. So we're going to be exclusively dosing this product into my my high needs tank, the high tech tank that I have. All right, so I'm going to give these a really good shake up, and then we're going to go back to the fish room and talk about it. All right. Okay, and we're back into the fish room now. Our products are good and mixed up. So we're going to take the measurement. We're going to do, like I said, around, this much right here. So we're going to do about 2 milliliters of product into the tank. So I'll go ahead and take this little cap off, and we're going to dose it, and we'll see what happens over the next coming weeks, and I'll update you on how fast everything grows. So I'm going to dose it right into the water flow here. All right, that's bottle number 1. Put the cap back on. And get this guy out the way. Okay. And the next thing that we're going to go over is the macros. It says dose 1 milliliter per 10 gallons. So this is the one that's going to be eaten up on the product. So we need 12 milliliters of this. So still not bad. I mean, for the price. And let's give this another good shake. Let's give it another good shake. Okay. So we're going to squeeze our bottle. Fill it up right below the 15. Right at probably about 14, so we won't put all of this in there. And today marks day number 1, but I'm still going to do a water change every Sunday. So we'll go ahead and pour that into the tank as well, right into the stream of water. And then goes the 15 mils. So when you have a high needs tank like this, you're dealing with plants and that are that grow extremely fast, and they're like sponges. They soak everything out of the water. And the tank will quickly, after a couple of months, become nutrient deficient unless you're adding macro, micro nutrients and also some carbon. Your plants will get leggy, and it'll kind of inhibit their growth after a while. So I'm expecting to see some changes on this tank. It's still clear, looking good, although I am noticing that I'm starting to get a little bit of a tinge in the tank. So maybe a little bit of too much fish food in here, a little bit of excess nutrients, so maybe I need another water change. But everything's getting bushy, man, and getting lush and green, and I can't wait for these Blixia japonicas to fill in and cover up like this little dark area back here. I also propagated a lot of these glossostigmas a couple days ago. I pulled out some runners and I clipped them and planted the roots in, and I did that all over the tank, and it's starting to fill in, and you know, it's only been a month and a half, so everything's growing in pretty good. I do got some bare patches where I pulled it out, and then also this plant right here is giving me hell. It looks great, but it's very aggressive. It grows all over the place. So we might take that out. You guys let me know what you think. If I just keep doing gardening on it and pruning it every week and keep an eye on it, it still can look good, and I can kind of keep it from, you know, growing everywhere. Like I had like a few stems, and it's poking out through, you know, you see this little the head of it right there coming through the plants. I also have plans to get a bigger CO2 cylinder. I haven't filled this one up that I have in here in over a month, but you know, it's a pain in the ass having to go to the store every month to get CO2. So yeah, you know, you guys just study the tank and let's see what kind of results we get from it. I mean, the tank looks pretty good now, but let's see if it, you know, it becomes more lush and we get darker colors and everything else from these products I just picked up. And then as for the brackish tank, holy shit, it is, the tannins are leaching up out of this. But guess what? Mr. Puffer is still okay. I just gotta find him. He was in here earlier, and I fed him. Oh, there he goes down here. I fed him some flake food, and I'll probably give him some more snails tonight. But yeah, so I figured I'd just do a quick video on the new products that I'm doing. I named my fish the chocolate cichlid. His name's Biggie Smalls. So you guys say hello to Biggie. He's a really cool fish, man. He's so friendly, and I'm really glad that my wife talked me into getting him. He hasn't messed with a thing in here. He's real docile, man. He doesn't really go after much. These tiger barbs really don't like him, but they're assholes anyway. They bother pretty much everybody. Everything in the tanks are doing good. Everything's looking lush. The Excel's still working for me. I don't think I'm going to put CO2 on this tank. I'm just going to let it run the way it has been. And you know, these plants are doing really good considering they're under low light. So I know I had a viewer on one saying, how you growing the Marsilia crenata under those lights and no CO2. Well, you know, these plants, all you need is the right nutrients, good substrate, and you know, even though that lighting doesn't look like it's penetrating, it's still going through and it's still reaching the sand bed down there and helping those plants grow. But a lot of that is due to the Flourish Excel. Without Flourish Excel, you know, this 4-gram plants are not going to make it. You know, these plants right here, these Glosso, they would never make it with Flourish Excel by itself. They're going to need some dosing and some CO2, like directly injected into the water. But these are like a fern, so these plants are pretty good, and they're able to, you know, grow like that. But anyways, guys, that's it. I don't want to keep you too long. You guys have a great upcoming week, and I wish you all well with your tanks. Y'all have a good one. Peace.